Hello everyone, this time we need to have a talk about Zapdos. After the video about round 5 of Invitational Tournament 6, an affectionate viewer said Zapdos is a liability. This is a recurrent topic, so there are things that are well known and documented, and yes, these are the reasons why Zapdos is often getting called out. However, usage stats fluctuate and there are reasons why Pokemon are used more or less commonly in a given period of time. So let's take a look at the reasons why Zapdos is still being used a lot even though it's been on the radar for a while now. Scratching the surface, players are using Zapdos, so there's got to be some kind of positive reinforcement that keeps them doing so, and clearly if you are here you want to know more, so let's get there. First of all, the ground level. Before even talking about trends, Zapdos is well positioned in the RBY OU metagame, and here is why. After the 3 normal types, Tauros, Snorlax and Chansey, the best Pokemon in the tier are Starmie and Exeggutor. Especially Starmie, which is one of the best endgame Pokemon. It's going to stop Tauros and Snorlax, or at least it's a very good check. Both are good matchups for Zapdos, and Alakazam, the 6th best Pokemon, is not a problem either. So this thing alone is going to make Zapdos a Pokemon you have to use at times. Rhydon teams struggle against Jinx and Cloyster, so builds are limited. Even more, counter Chansey is a problem for these teams. Rhydon teams often use Monolax variants. Usually it's Hyper Beam Reflect, the classic German Starmie Rhydon team, or Reflect Boom, so there are movesets that give them problems. Reflect, Ice Beam, Snorlax as well. Rhydon teams are naturally weak to Tauros. A well-timed explosion on Chansey can put them in serious trouble, so Rhydon teams have their fair share of troubles. Then the trends. Trend number 1, self-destruct Snorlax. I think people underestimate this. One of the major problems with Zapdos is that you cannot use it to pressure Reflect Snorlax. You don't want to reveal it into a Rhydon team. So against Reflect, as soon as your lead is lapped and your Exeggutor is paralyzed, the Zapdos team is somewhat cornered because revealing Zapdos is not ideal, so you cannot use it to force Reflect Rest Snorlax out. With self-destruct, this doesn't happen just as often. Not only that, one of the major weaknesses for Zapdos is that it doesn't want to switch into Body Slam. With self-destruct Snorlax being more common and normal types trading with each others, Zapdos takes benefit. This leads to trend number 2, Gengar. In a previous video I have stated that Reflect Rest self-destruct is the best moveset for Snorlax, at least on paper. This is keeping Gengar's usage high, and if your opponent has Gengar, that means no Rhydon, so that's a green light. As soon as you see Gengar, you know you have the green light. Lead Alakazam is also green light, more often than not, very often. Anyway, if they don't have Gengar, Reflect Boom Snorlax will not be walled. Or at least it's going to lure Rhydon. We're going to use self-destruct. Then Revenge Kill with Tauros. Trend number 3, Zapdos. Zapdos itself. Players are still using Zapdos a lot, so same thing. If they have Zapdos, they don't have Rhydon, and you're getting a mirror match. Of course, Jolteon is a thing, but it's not that common, and if you exclude Rhydon and Jolteon, Zapdos is the best pick when playing against Zapdos teams. So this is a very good reason for using Zapdos. Then we have 2 more reasons. One is that you can make adjustments with movesets. Mega Drain Exeggutor aims at Rhydon's main partner, Starmie, and Thunderbolt Tauros will remove Cloyster. The second reason is the evolution of the game, optimized builds. Like I said before, Zapdos teams are now using Rest, Boom, Snorlax more often, and that's actually a great way for luring Rhydon and using self-destruct against it. Deal damage, follow with Tauros. But even more importantly, players have come to realize that Zapdos fits Chanseyless builds very well. These aggressive teams have more threats than usual stall teams. They create holes so Zapdos can eventually take advantage. This leads to unpredictable plays, different lines, like Tauros body slamming Thunderwave users because you have backup sweepers, so you don't have to keep Tauros fresh to win a game. Sometimes one Paraslam might be all you need to sweep with something else. So these are the reasons why I don't see Zapdos dropping in usage in the near future. Of course, there are ways to stop it. There are counter teams, so I can understand why some will call it a liability, and sooner or later trends are going to change. However, Zapdos is a very important tool you need to have in your arsenal for tournament games, and in conclusion, it's quite safe to state that if you're not using Zapdos at all, you're hurting your overall chances. Thanks for watching.